Today we are kind of basing our plans off of the weather. It's about a 50% chance of rain or 50% chance of no rain. However, it looks like it will probably definitely rain.
Yeah, so if it rains, we're gonna go to the National Museum of Denmark, and then if not, we're gonna go to the Tivoli Amusement Park and Gardens, and I think I see it right ahead of us.
And since it's not raining, that is where we're heading right now.
We're gonna go there first, and then if it starts raining, head towards the museum.
Yeah, because yesterday was just so miserable with the rain hitting us right in the face, going horizontal, so cold. So we're gonna try to avoid that today. Oh, here we are. So we're walking right next to this Tivoli amusement park, and it looks like there's like nobody in there except just like workers who are building and tearing down different things. So it doesn't look too promising.
We're gonna walk around a little more and then probably go to the museum.
Oh, it's only open from February 1st.
What?
So it's really weird because on Google, when we searched it, it says it's open and the opening hours from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. and we get here and it just is shut down. So we finally get online and we're finding it is actually only open from February 1st to February 24th in the winter time.
Oh man.
So our plan of doing this while it's not raining is not gonna happen.
Let's walk around it. Let's just see the perimeter and then we'll go somewhere else. We originally weren't sure if we were even gonna ride rides here. We just had seen it online that this was like one of the places, everything listed to go see. And so we kind of just wanted to see inside, but maybe we'll just see in through the gates.
And so this Tivoli amusement park was built in the 1800s. And it's supposed to be, like Aubrey said, like one of the top attractions in Copenhagen. But now we know if you're coming in the summertime, it looks like it open up in April, all the way through September. And then for like a month again in the fall, and then 1 month, like we said, from February 1st to the 24th in the winter time. So plan accordingly.
So fortunately, connected to Tivoli is this really cool trendy food court that we stumbled upon, and we're able to see into the park a little more from here, so we might go out there after we're done. But we got a little hungry, so we got some food from the food court and we're gonna eat real quick. I got a bao, duck and chicken bao, and Donnie got a burrito. So nothing Danish, but still looks really good.
All right, so we're done with lunch. We're gonna take you outside because right at the back of this food court, like we were saying, you can actually see into the park a lot more. So we're gonna check this out now. So we're calling a little bit of an audible and we're heading to a Hans Christian Andersen, what?
I'm not sure. It had a word in Danish, but I did see H.C. Andersen something. So we're gonna see what it is.
We're gonna walk across there, but on our way there, we are coming across a beautiful square with incredible buildings, like super, super old and beautiful brick buildings. And then all of the buildings here we've noticed in Copenhagen have these really neat green, like, you know, worn down copper roofs. I think it's copper that's just gotten weathered through the years. But so you have all this really cool like pops of green in the brick, and then also gold within the copper. So it creates like a really, really neat architectural style that seems unique to Copenhagen so far from what we've seen. All right, so we found the H.C. Andersen Adventurehuset is what it was. Which turns out Adventurehuset translates to Adventure House.
Yeah.
And it's part of the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum.
So we're gonna skip this one. Dang it. walked past the museum, and today's just kind of a wandering around day, to be honest, and just seeing what all we can stumble upon. And we've come upon this really cool palace. I think this is Christiansborg Palace, which I remember reading online about this one, that this is where the royal family used to live, but then I think there was a fire or something, and for some reason they moved to the palace we saw yesterday. But it looks like there's like a horse arena in the front, and we've seen horse poop everywhere, so I think there's horses around here somewhere. But we're gonna walk up to this palace and see if you can get in. It looks really, really cool.
So we came to the palace and we walked inside, and there's a sign for the view and to the top of the tower. And so we just walked in, and there was no line, no fees or anything. So we're on our way up, I guess, to the top of this tower. And then on our way up, we came to this like storage room where they stored like the model, like the original model that was for the second building, or the second construction of this palace. Whenever the first one burned down, they were building the second one. And so there's the model for this, and there's these sculptures, which were, I guess, like initial kind of like prototypes for what they were going to finally put up onto the palace. So this was a very unexpected trip, because we did not plan for this, and also did not expect something like this to be free.
Yeah, we kind of just were ushered in. We were just looking for prices and times, and they said, "Oh, here we go." And
yeah.
We went through security, and then we're still looking for prices of how to get up here, but
there's none.
We haven't seen anything, so I guess.
This adds to my belief that this is the most approachable royal family in all of Europe, because we're just walking around now their palace, and we're up in their storage room, like their attic, for free, and no questions are asked.
Yeah. Well, let's go. Let's see.
So we're up in the tower of this palace now, and it's just what is simply called the view. And so you come to the top here, and you have 4 points giving you a 360 panorama view of the city of Copenhagen. It is incredible up here.
The brochure said on a clear day you can see all the way to Sweden, but not today, obviously.
So that was a really neat, free surprise. I would highly recommend, if you come to Copenhagen, come to the view in the tower of Christiansborg Palace, because it is 1 free, 2 an awesome view, 360 panorama of the city, and you get to come to the attic and see some of the storage of old artifacts.
And there's a restaurant down here too in the tower you can go to. We're not gonna do that because we already ate, but it looks like it's a really cool place.
Oh, these are bathrooms?
We're at Strøget Street, and it's supposed to be either the longest or one of the longest pedestrian streets. Like, there's no cars on here anywhere, and it's supposed to have just lots of cool shopping everywhere. And it's right next to the Christiansborg Palace. So this was on my list to come see. We kind of just stumbled upon it, so that really worked out nicely. And the road is really pretty. Like, it's really cool geometric patterns. So we're just gonna walk up and down this street for a little while and see, maybe go into some cool shops, maybe just walk around.
So we've seen signs on the street corners that have been pointing this direction towards Rosenborg Castle or Palace. And so we're gonna walk this direction because Aubrey read online that that's where the crown jewels are supposed to be kept. Obviously we're not gonna get in tonight, it's gonna be closed, but
I just wanna see.
Yeah, since we're wandering around, we're gonna go ahead and just look and see what the castle looks like. And maybe we can come back tomorrow with that and see the crown jewels. I bet you, based off of this royal family, we can just walk right in. Maybe even try it on. And it'll be free. It is getting way too dark, so everything's also closing down. We see this palace, the Rosenborg Palace, closes at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so super early. So we're gonna try to come out and probably see this tomorrow. So we're gonna head back tonight. We see that tomorrow night also Denmark and Norway is playing in the Handball World Championships here in Copenhagen.
So I bet there's some stuff going on, so we're gonna look at it tonight to see if there's somewhere we can go watch that. I bet there'll be a lot of festivities, so we're gonna check that out tonight.
So in the meantime, we're just gonna go catch the bus and head back to our Airbnb. So we hope that you liked this video again as usual. And if you did, make sure you like this video and then also subscribe so you can keep up with the rest of our travels.